Before European colonization, Cameroon was characterized by diverse ethnic groups and cultures, each with its own social and political structures. The region was inhabited by various tribes, including the Bantu-speaking peoples, who migrated from the north, and the Kurdi of the northern regions. The coastal areas were influenced by trade with neighboring regions, leading to the establishment of chiefdoms and the rise of powerful kingdoms, such as the Kingdom of Logone and the Bamum Kingdom. Additionally, the area was known for its agricultural practices, as well as the development of trade networks that included the exchange of goods like ivory, spices, and textiles. The rich cultural tapestry of Cameroon laid the groundwork for complex societies before the advent of European exploration in the late 15th century. The colonization of Cameroon involved both British and French powers, primarily during the late 19th and early 20th centuries, as part of the broader European scramble for Africa. The process can be summarized in key phases. Prior to colonization, the area that is now Cameroon was home to various ethnic groups, kingdoms, and trading posts. European contact began in the 15th century with the arrival of Portuguese explorers, but significant colonization initiated much later. In the late 1800s, European powers were vying for territories in Africa. The Berlin Conference of 1884 to 1885 established the rules for the colonization of Africa, leading to the arbitrary division of the continent among colonial powers. Initial claims. The French began to show interest in Cameroon in the 1880s. They established a protectorate over parts of the coastal region, particularly around Douala. Formal colonization. By 1900, France had expanded its control over much of the territory, formally establishing the French protectorate by treaty and through force as they defeated local chiefs and kingdoms. Mode of administration. The French employed a direct governance style and promoted assimilation policies, aiming to impose French culture and language on the local population. Initial interests. The British were primarily interested in Cameroon for its economic potential and its strategic location. They established their influence in the southwest, primarily centered around the area known as the British Cameroons, and connected to their control of Nigeria. Colonial administration. Britain administered the region primarily as part of its Nigerian colony. This led to indirect rule, where local leaders were utilized for governance, allowing a certain degree of local autonomy while maintaining British oversight. After World War I, both territories became League of Nations mandates. The French were granted the larger portion of Cameroon, while the British retained a smaller area divided into northern and southern Cameroons. French mandate. The French continued their policies of assimilation and centralized control over the population. British mandate. The British system allowed for more local customs and governance structures to persist, particularly in the southern Cameroons. Decolonization began in the mid-20th century, with movements for independence gaining momentum. Cameroon became independent in 1960, uniting the former French and British territories, though the British-administered parts chose to join Nigeria or later reunite with French Cameroon, leading to the establishment of the Republic of Cameroon. The complexities of colonization in Cameroon, as dictated by the competing interests of these European powers, continue to shape the nation's social, political, and economic landscape today.